Figure it out.
There we go. Okay, right. So I will mute you both. Obviously, as always, if there's a posture that you aren't familiar with, can't do, don't recognize, don't like with your knees marked, just wave at me. Okay. But otherwise, we're going to start lying on our backs, but I'd like you to bring your cushions or bolster or whatever you have behind you so that as you come back, we're going to lie ideally with the head on the ground and the chest really just opening up, bending the knees, planting the feet, and bringing the hands down away from the body. If it's too much intensity through the front of the neck, by all means, bring something underneath the head to take off some of that. Closing down the eyes. Softening the feet. Softening the lower body. Noticing the hips. Noticing the belly. Perhaps noticing as you inhale the additional space that you create around the ribcage as you invite them to stretch deeper over your cushion, over the lungs, over the breath. Perhaps notice as you exhale the way the breath leaves the body through the spine. The body creating length as you inhale. Almost shrinking in height and length as you exhale. Starting to tune into the weight of the back of the head. Becoming aware of any thoughts, perhaps any feelings or expectations that you may have had when you came into class this evening. Just really invite yourself to open up. At the start of the week, we started with this theme of changing the way we talk to ourselves, our inner dialogue. Replacing the way that we speak to ourselves and the words that we use with words that can gently start to shift our mental approach. So coming back to that again this evening, this use of the word I have to do this, I have to do that. Looking at areas in your own life where you frequently find yourself using this word when referencing something, a task or a dietary choice or an exercise. Perhaps something mundane. Just notice how changing the use of the word to the word I get to shifts the way we look at things. personal level. Today was going to be my first day without any kind of physical movement for about 3 months. And Dora unfortunately needed cover this morning, and Lowell needed cover this evening, and instead of my initial reaction, which was, of course, I have to, thinking I get to completely shift the way we think about things. How fortunate am I that I have the time, that I have a body that works, that I have a skill set, strong internet, and a safe roof over my head in which to do these classes. How lucky am I to have students who commit and show up for themselves. And I thoroughly enjoyed this morning, and I don't doubt I'll thoroughly enjoy this evening with you both too. But perhaps noticing any way this week where you could have changed your inner language, or perhaps the way you're looking at this weekend, you just reword it to yourself. Taking 3 more full, deep breath cycles here. And very slowly, when you feel ready, start to draw your forearms underneath your body. Gently tuck your chin down towards your chest and then start to lift your head up. Bring yourself up enough to remove the props out from underneath you and come down to lie flat. Noticing the way the back feels against the mat, perhaps noticing if more vertebrae are in contact than usual. move into the next posture. So if you've got quite a big cushion, I'd suggest making it slightly smaller, perhaps folding it in half. Bring it alongside your waist on the right side of you. Cool. I'd like you to roll onto it so that the cushion comes underneath your waist on the right side, so it fills that space. As we roll over onto the right, start to bend the knees. Bringing the right arm down into a cactus shape in front of the face. And then I'd like you to gently think about opening, rolling the left arm back behind. If it's hanging way above the ground, please use another cushion or prop underneath the shoulder just to support the arm so that the arm isn't hanging. So we're in a cactus with both arms and the cushion under the right waist. Keeping the eyes closed down. Starting to draw focus to the left side of the body. As we breathe through the left nostril, knowing it has this sense of awakening in the body, in the nervous system, as we shift breath from the left side of the nose to the right side of the brain. Which gently starts to trigger the sympathetic nervous system, our fight or flight response. Which leads me on to the next word that we tend to use in our inner dialogue. The word busy. I'm guilty of this as much as we all are. We all use the word I'm busy doing this, I'm busy doing that, as if it's something to be proud of. As if we're not busy, we're not accomplishing anything, we should be doing more. The studies have started to show that the very use of the word I'm busy starts to trigger the adrenals. Whether that word is said internally or voiced externally, the results have shown the same. Our cortisol levels, our adrenaline starts to rise as we prepare ourselves for whatever this busy is. What amazes me most is researchers found that even if people knew that their being busy was actually, they were going to be busy having a bath and reading a book, their adrenaline reaction was the same. Instead of perhaps choosing to use the word I'm recharging, I'm deliberately making time for, I'm unavailable. Choosing a word with a sense of purpose that makes us feel accomplished and therefore changes the way our body reacts to the task at hand. Taking a few really deep breaths here. Very slowly start to bring the left arm over, stack on top of the right. Just find yourself lying on your right side, the cushion or bolster, whatever you have underneath your waist. Take 3 more deep, long breaths here. And very slowly, I'd like you to start to straighten your top leg down. You're going to come to face away from me, away from your camera. Come to lie on your belly. And move your cushion up underneath your shoulders as you come to find Sphinx pose. So facing the back of your mat. And it might be that the head feels heavy, in which case you're welcome, of course, to use a block or a book or another cushion to support the head. The impact of language isn't just in the way that we mentally function. The way we communicate with ourselves can also change the way that our internal physiology works. Raised levels of cortisol in some can cause changes in the way the body processes, the way that the body flushes things out. In some, it causes people to hold on in stress and tension. And others, well, it has the opposite effect. And you should take this gentle Sphinx. It applies a gentle amount of pressure onto the kidneys at the back of the body. And the direct pressure of the abdomen on the ground helps to stimulate the intestines. Reminding the body that it's okay to let go, to process. Paying attention to the breath, where the mind has wandered away to. Taking 3 more deep, full breaths. And when you feel ready, rolling onto your left side, bending the knees, bringing the cushion again into the waist. Bringing the left arm in front in that cactus shape, and then rolling the right arm open behind you again, making sure that that shoulder and arm are supported. The eyes closed, get really paying attention to the internal senses. Perhaps noticing as you draw a breath in the right side of the body expanding. Lifting up, perhaps taking that arm and shoulder with it. And as you exhale, allow yourself to soften the right shoulder, peeling open behind you. Lying on the left side as we are now encourages us to breathe through the top nostril, the right. Breathing into the left side of the brain. Slowing down the nervous system. Reducing the levels of cortisol in the blood. Allowing the body space and time to gently relax and soften. Three more deep breath cycles here. And very slowly bring the right arm over to rest on top of the left. Letting the breath to really fill through the right side. Taking 3 more full breath cycles. And very slowly, I like to sit straight in your top leg. Press down the top hand. This time pushing yourself up to find a tabletop position. Moving the cushion or cushions out of the way for a second. Just move for a few cat-cow just to neutralize the spine. When you feel ready, finding a way to lie down on your belly. Good, okay. This time we're going to cactus the arms out to the side. And we've done this one before, so it will depend on how you are feeling in terms of your hips, your shoulders, and everything else. Option 1 would be to shift the gaze to the right side, bring the knee up towards the elbow, right hand comes towards you, open yourself up, and you can bring a cushion underneath the right shoulder to help hold you here. Option 2 is to bring the right foot behind you, finding more space through that left shoulder. It might be that you want to come here where we bend the knees, in which case I'd like you to either use a strap from the top hand to take the top foot and find a sense of length through that top quadricep. Pushing the knee back behind. Choosing the variation that works for you. Inviting space into that top shoulder, the bottom shoulder. Closing down the eyes. One other way that we talk to ourselves most frequently is as a list of projects and the things to do, things to accomplish, things to change. Researchers are starting to delve into the world of affirmation. Where instead of casting all the things that you still need to do as a project, imagining yourself already there. It's thought that when we say our projections for the future, whether it's something, I don't know, I'd like to be financially in control or financially free, we leave it open to chance. It's something we'd like, something we'd want to accomplish. So we're happy for life to take its course and change things. Instead, replacing that word with I am. Again, changing the way the body physiologically works as we start to believe that we are already capable of all these things. We are already accomplished, we are already financially in control, we are already kind, humble, a good parent, whatever it is, good at our jobs, good at moving house. The body calms down knowing that we're capable, in control, aware. That whatever it is that we seek is actually well within our reach. Three more deep breath cycles. Pat hold of the foot, gently letting go. When you're ready, very slowly rolling onto your belly. Bring the arms down by your side, keeping the head facing towards the right side for another moment. And maybe just moving the hips left and right. When you feel ready, swapping sides, bending the right arm up. Bending the left arm up, choosing to bring the knee towards the elbow, choosing to roll over onto the right hip, bending both knees. Perhaps choosing to grab the top bit or using a strap to open up the quad. Noticing the breath and really trying to breathe into the left side. Taking 3 more full deep breaths. Slowly starting to straighten the legs. Rolling onto your belly, keeping your head over the left side, bringing both hands down by your side for a moment. Very slowly pushing yourself up. Rolling yourself onto your back. Bringing the knees in towards the chest. Bringing the hands around the knees or around the shins. Drawing yourself into a smaller ball. Encouraging the feet, if they can, to fall side by side instead of overlapping one another. From personal experience, one word that really resonated and stuck with me from my 200-hour, 6 years ago, was this word ahimsa. It's a Sanskrit word. In translation, it means non-violence. For a long time, I discussed with my philosophy teacher, Sudhir, whether it was a yama or niyama, internal or external guide, moral compass, however you want to perceive them, of how to live. Originally, the practice of ahimsa to me appealed externally. We don't speak badly to people, we're not physically violent. Then it started to permeate dietary choices, use of plastics, and a lot of other areas of my life where I didn't want to be violent to the world I live in. And ahimsa is so integral to how we speak to ourselves on a daily basis internally. Being non-violent in our word choices. I've got to, I have to, I must. I want to be, I should be. I'm busy. All words that trigger our internal body in a negative way. All words that we have a choice daily to try and replace. Calming our adrenals, encouraging the parasympathetic nervous system. Helping us find space on and off the mat mentally and physically. Taking 3 more deep breath cycles. The third exhale, gently release the hands. Plant the feet down. When you feel ready, taking any final shimmy that you need, finding your way into Shavasana, extending the legs all the way down. Bringing the arms down by the side of the body, the palms facing up, the chin tucking down towards the chest. And whenever you need to go, by all means do so now. Have a lovely evening. Otherwise, mark settling yourself down. Letting the ankles relax and the feet feel heavy. Noticing the weight of the back of the calves, the weight of the back of the thighs. Allowing the glutes to soften, the hips to unfurl across the top of the body. Noticing the spine. The backs of the shoulders, the backs of the arms. The weight of the back of the hands as the fingers gently unfurl. Letting the whole upper and lower bodies just relax. Noticing the weight of the back of the head. Slowly start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. So you inhale, reaching the arms up overhead and behind you, stretching yourself out. When you feel ready, rolling onto your left side, bending at the knees. With the eyes closed, let's straighten the top leg, press down with the top hand, push yourself up to a seated position on your mat. Crossing the legs, bringing the hands to rest on the knees or on the thighs, wherever they naturally feel inclined. And as you inhale, starting to think about expanding into the belly, into the walls of the rib cage, up through the spine, into the upper back, the shoulder blades, the top of the shoulders. And as you exhale, open the mouth, sigh it all back out. Inhale, filling belly, the width of the body, the back of the body, all the way up, open the mouth, exhale all the way back down. One more time. Inhale to the top. Exhale back down. Taking a moment to just be with your own breath as it moves through you. Gently extending the arms out in front, rub them together to generate some heat. Bringing the fingers over the eyes. Blinking the eyes open behind the hands. And slowly releasing the hands down in front of the body. Ahimsa, namaste.